Yo, what is up, everybody? Jumping here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the Human Sentinel. Finally, guys, it's been pretty much since this game came out. Right here, I'm going to get rid of my rocket launcher on my back. Yeah, I've never done a Human Sentinel gameplay, so I've played with them before, but I just never actually recorded a gameplay. And before you guys freak out, I know you're gonna be like, hey, where's the build? I'm gonna put it in the description, so just check out the description and you will pretty much see my build for this guy. I have another build as well, so you could try that if you want, but that's probably the build I gave out on my all my Sentinel builds video I came out with a while back. So you can try to go check that out. I think I have a playlist for all my builds, but they're all kind of old now, unfortunately, so I mean, all those builds would be still like pretty decent, like from back then, whatever, a couple months ago before Retaliation. But at the same time, like I did update a lot of them, and a lot of things have changed, like the crowd explosion, fire explosions, But anyway, yeah. So this Human Sentinel, pretty dope. I like it. It's just, unfortunately, it falls into that category of it's a warping, throwing kind of thing, like, and to me, just like the Krogan Shaman and everything else that has, warp as a setup and then some power as a detonate, human adept as well. Well, with Singularity pretty much big time changed the actual normal human adept. But in general, though, it is still kind of, or it was for a long time, just a warping, shockwaving kind of build. And unfortunately, is that it just is kind of a slower kind of like explosion. I mean, when you kind of like compare this to like a Fury or a Valkyrie, yeah, I mean, believe me, those are, in my opinion, like the two best, like just on your own, by yourself, kind of run around and explode shit builds. I mean, it is. I think everybody kind of knows that, and they're really, really good because of that. Where they like builds like this, if you're working with a team, yeah, you're golden. Like this is definitely a good build, if you're working with a team, because throw is definitely a really, really good detonating power because you can spam it. But if you're not working with a team and you're kind of doing it on your own, like I am in this gameplay, I mean, I'm still showing you that without a team of like adepts and all that, you don't have to have that to still be very effective with the Human Sentinel. But believe me, it would be a lot more effective, just like every other kind of adept and everything like that is a lot more effective when you have a full team of people doing it. So that's just something for you guys to think about, and obviously I think everybody kind of knows that. Now, one thing I did want to say right now, because I kind of brought it up just a second ago, but I will bring it up and actually explain this, because last time I did this, I had a lot of comments where people didn't know about this, I guess, which is surprising to me. But if you're wondering why I don't have my rocket launcher on my back, and if you've seen, you kind of seen what I did there, that is kind of like a glitch. It's not like a big deal. It's not an exploit or anything like that. There's no benefit to it. It's just for, yourself to not have to see the rocket launcher on your back. And it's really, really nice, honestly, when you think about things like a Krogan Vanguard or, Krogans in general, because the rocket launcher just be looking so fucking ridiculous on their backs and stuff. So what you can do is that you can actually get rid of the rocket launcher. Now, I don't ever really care, to be quite honest, and that's why you've never seen me do it in videos, because I never ever do it. I've known about this for a long time. This is nothing new. But here and there, if I can remember to do it early game, I'll do it, and then I just won't, I'll just do it for the video's sake or whatever, but that's about it. And the way you do it, now there's two ways to do this, to get rid of your rocket launcher on your back. Like I said, there's no benefit to it, there's no like negative effect to it. It's not like, I don't have any rockets now. No, it's not like that. You still have your rockets, all that. But there's two ways to do it. The first way is that you can actually, you pull out your rocket launcher, and then you heavy melee, and during the animation of the heavy melee, you hold X to switch your weapon. If you do that, then you pretty much will get rid of your rocket launcher on your back. Now here's the thing though, and this is important. Not every single character in this game can do it that way. I can't really tell you which ones can't, because I kind of don't really even know myself. I just know that most of them, a lot of them, can. So if you try it with like 9 out of 10 characters, you probably will be able to get rid of it that way. I think there's another way as well you can do it, and I think this actually works with every single body if you want to get rid of your rocket launcher. And all that requires is for you to switch to your rocket launcher, and then basically go to where a ladder is, and then hold X and climb up the ladder. It's like the same thing where you pull it out, you heavy melee, and you hold X. Well, this particular time you basically climb up the ladder, and then you kind of hold X. I think prior to, I've never done it that way, but I think it's like you prior to climbing up the ladder, you hold X, or maybe even when you're climbing up the ladder, you hold X. I don't really know. That's something for you guys to try. But for all you guys out there that left all those comments, I mean, there was probably like at least 10 or 12 comments saying, you know, where's your rocket launcher at? Jumping, huh? I'm just really surprised by that, because I kind of thought a lot of people knew about that. Or if you ever watch Excalibur, he does it all the time. Like, that's just what he does. So, you know, I don't know. I even made the joke in the first, when I did it last time in my video, I said, oh, I'm going to pull an Excal. That's what I was talking about, because he always does that. But anyway, let's get back into this video and back into this build. Alright, so the first thing you might notice about this is I'm using a Scorpion pistol. I really do like the Scorpion pistol. I've explained this before, but I will tell you again. It is really, really good for ammo types. Like, that's the one thing about the Scorpion that, in my opinion, is like probably the best thing about it. Besides the, well, the only other thing that is probably really, really amazing about the Scorpion, I think everybody knows this, is that it can really stun the shit out of enemies. I mean, it really, really, really stuns enemies, and that's great, especially when you're fighting against most factions like Geth and Cerberus, because you want that option there to go ahead and stun, you know what I mean, like stun the phantoms and the big groups of hunters and pyros. So if you strap, I promise you this, if you strap a Scorpion pistol on this guy and you fight against every faction in this game, as you can tell, it works pretty decent because you have the explosions against Reapers, and believe me, it would also work really good against Collectors. And the Scorpion pistol, with the combination of being able to stun and then throw and then do all this other, you know, explode, all that kind of stuff, works good against Geth, it works good against Cerberus, and it really just helps you stay alive. It's just like Shockwave. Shockwave is really good because if you spam Shockwave, that really does help you stay alive, because every time you see a group of enemies, you hit them with the Shockwave and they all stop shooting you for a second. Well, that's kind of how the Scorpion pistol is. And this guy, although he has the tech armor, although with this build I have full fitness, he still is flimsy. You know, let's be honest. I even have a Cyclonic 4 on him too. But even with all that, he still is kind of flimsy, you know what I mean? So the Scorpion pistol really helps him stay alive. And that's why I would say, out of all the guns I like to use on him, Scorpion pistol is number one. Alright? Now, the other thing about the Scorpion pistol is that it's really good for applying your ammo type. So in this gameplay, I'm using Warp Rounds 4, and that just makes it so that, you know, I weaken armor, and it also makes it so that my well, all my powers, my biotic powers and stuff, will do more damage. 100%, I believe, more damage. Now, that's really not that great, because that doesn't apply to like explosions. It doesn't. It only applies to the powers like warp and throw, all that kind of damage, which is still pretty good, and you know, everything like that. But honestly, the better choice of ammo type for a situation like this, Reapers, would be incendiary ammo. Now, there's also something that I really never knew about this. Someone told me this, so I would have to thank him. His name's The Blaze. So I will give you a shout out, bro, for telling me this. But I actually didn't know this, and I guess a lot of people do. So some of you guys out there are going to be like, Jumpin', you're so stupid. How did you not know that? But, you know, I didn't know it, so I'm imagining a lot of people might not know this. And if you are one of these people who did not know this, I will tell you now. And what it is that incendiary ammo has, I don't know how long this has been going on. If it's been going on since this game has pretty much come out, or is it just something relatively new with the Retaliation update that came out, or whatever update it was, who knows. But what can happen is that there's this weird glitch with incendiary ammo, and what you could do is that if you're using someone with, what I heard was that it's any debuff, but I know that it definitely works with warp. You know, anybody who has warp is like probably the best way to go about it. But I also, some people were telling me, oh no, that works also with like any debuff, like a proxy mine. You know, if you can do the 20%, they take 20% more damage and all that kind of stuff, it works. Well, basically, the thing that you have to do is that if you have incendiary ammo in your gun, and then you shoot them with, you hit them with warp, and then you shoot them and you set them on fire, it's like the damage, because you got to remember, like, the incendiary ammo has the DPS, so it's like, let's say incendiary ammo 4 has 50 damage per second. If you hit them with that warp, they're gonna take more damage. For some reason, it just starts stacking the damage big time, to the point where your incendiary ammo will kill a brute in seconds. I mean, you shoot it just you shoot it just a little bit, get them down to like half armor or something, and you can just walk away, and like 1 second later he'll burn to death. It's so fast. So it's extremely overpowered. Now that's something you guys can try, but before you say, oh, jump it, BioWare's gonna nerf it, personally I think they should, because that's pretty freaking crazy. And that right then, you know, that right there really makes incendiary ammo the best ammo, which it already kind of was in general. So yeah, that is something that is definitely big time crazy. Definitely try it out. Just remember, if you want to try it, use any gun, put incendiary ammo on it, hit them with warp, shoot them, and then watch them burn to death really fast. It's insane, okay? And guns that shoot faster is normally better. So a good example is the Cerberus Harrier works really well with that. Rieger Carbine works really well with that. Things like that, Hurricane, you know, anything that sets them on fire and shoots really fast works really well. And sniper rifles as well. Things, now they don't shoot fast, but they do apply the ammo very quickly, and they do enough damage so that, you know, you take them down to half armor, whatever, boom, they burn to death. So it's kind of crazy, pretty cool. This is something I thought I'd tell you about. Now the other guns I would actually recommend for this guy, because I know you might ask that as well, you know, because you're going to look at the build, and I know some people out there is going to say, well, Jumpin', I don't even have the Scorpion, what gun should I use? Well, there's 4 guns I'll tell you right now, that, and I'll kind of list them in the order that I personally think is like the best for this guy. The first one is the Scorpion, obviously. Like, that's my favorite one because it works against all the faction. It helps stuns, it helps them keep it alive. It applies these ammo types really easy, like warp ammo or incendiary ammo. So that's why I say Scorpion's number 1. Number 2 is a Talon. That's just like that's like my personal, probably my favorite gun in the game, or one of my favorite guns. Probably my favorite. I mean, if you look at my videos, I've used Talon probably more than any other gun ever, and it gives you that 200% recharge speed if you have it at a high enough level, and it's just really strong, really good for stripping shields, everything you imagine. So the Talon's number 2. Number 3 would probably be the Hurricane. The Hurricane, you know, does a massive amount of DPS damage. You already got the warp for the debuff and the armor weakening, you know, all that kind of stuff. The only downside of that gun is that it would have some kick, but if you hip fire it, it wouldn't be too bad, especially against things like Reapers here. You just hit them with warp, shoot them up, maybe with warp rounds 4, and then hit them with the throw and explode them and kill them. So yeah, for sure, like I said, that is really good. Now, the final gun that I would recommend, well, obviously it's, let's just say, the Alkalite pistol. Although it's nerfed, although it's back to the way it used to be where you have to charge up, it still is a very good gun for anybody like this. I mean, obviously, your throw will kill enemies if they have no shields, so that's really all it takes. So you just take down their shields, you throw them, and if they survive, you just throw them again. It's really good for doing explosions and everything like that, because you could just rely on your powers to kill more than your actual gun. So Alkalite pistol still is a very good gun, and I would recommend that. But I just don't really use that gun. Even when it was so good, when it didn't have to charge and all that other stuff, I didn't really use it even that much back then, to be quite honest. So that's just how it is. But anyway, like I said, so yeah, guys, this is crazy to me. I mean, this is literally And I'm not joking about this. I mean, you might not have watched all my videos, and that's totally cool if you haven't, because I probably would not watch all my videos either, but because I have so many Mass Effect videos. But yes, this is my final gameplay. Before you say, no, final gameplay, I don't mean it like that. I'm sorry, it came out wrong. What I mean is this is like my final gameplay that I ever needed to do. I mean, I have done a build and a gameplay for every single character in this game now. And I had the build for this guy already up there. Like, you know, here's a human Sentinel build, but here's not a gameplay. You know what? Let me shut the fuck up. I just thought of something. Because everyone always says that. Oh, jump and do the human Sentinel. You've never done that gameplay. That's the only gameplay you've never done. That's true. But I just remembered something, okay? I just remembered something. You know, I am not done yet, because I have one more left to do, and that is the Volus Sentinel. I never did him. Excuse me. Now, would I actually ever do him? I don't know. Like Human Sentinel, I kind of like Human Sentinel. Volus Sentinel, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh man, no, the Volus Sentinel, you know, it's pretty good. Yeah, I understand. If you like it, fine. You know, whatever. But me personally, I'm just going to be like, man, this is going to be really fun running around with just shield boots and a little troll drone, you know. Because I wouldn't even mess with decoy. I don't mess with decoy on the Solarian Engineer. Why the hell would I mess with decoy on the Volus Sentinel? I don't know. I might do that. You know, honestly, guys, I just so that I can redeem myself right now. Just so I can redeem myself right now. If enough of you comment or you thumbs up someone's comment, whatever, that will definitely probably persuade me into doing a Volus Sentinel gameplay. Okay? Just like I said, oh man, I am never gonna do the Volus Adept. It's garbage. I hate it. Rah! Just like I did that before. But then eventually I did actually. Enough of you guys like almost demanded it that I went ahead and I came out with it. So if you guys do that in the comments of this video, yeah, I will definitely do that for you. Yeah, that's not a big deal. And then I can actually, when I do that gameplay, I can say I have done a build and a gameplay for every character in the game. And I'll feel really happy about that, because that is, to me, a fucking accomplishment, because it's been a mission. Now, right here, this is fucking crazy, stupid, and I'm just going to edit this. But yeah, what happened, before you think, like, you know, I'm trying to, like, troll you here. No. I'm going to tell you a little story, but basically it relates to what happened in this game, and I was so pissed. Right before Christmas time, it was really crazy that happened. Like, you know, my smoke detector started going off in my house, so I got up and I was like, which one is it? So I'm in my room, and I take it down, and I'm like, oh, I think it's mine. And then it's like, no, wait a minute. It's the one in the hallway. So I went in there, took that one out. I was like, no, wait a minute. It's the one in the other bedroom. Basically, what I figured out was all 3 smoke detectors were going off all at once. And the reason for this was because my furnace, which was a piece of shit in my apartment, like basically kind of caught on fire. So it was like really fucking scary. Like, you know, if I didn't catch this, if it wasn't for those smoke detectors, I might be one burnt up jumping right now. No joke. Because, like, I was playing the game or something, not even paying attention. So it was really lucky for me that I was able to catch that, or the smoke detectors warned me. And then, you know, I ended up, like, before I went to my sister's for the holidays, I, you know, called up my maintenance guy. I was like, yo, this is crazy, what's going on? And he just told me, like, you know, hey, we'll come out, we'll fix it, something. And, well, you know, that it was Christmas, though. I mean, literally, this was, like, the 23rd, so this is the day before Christmas Eve. So I knew that they probably weren't going to come out Christmas Eve, they weren't going to come out Christmas Day. And then it literally, just today, no joke, just today, they finally came out and fixed it and switched the furnace. But, you know, let's just say that my furnace, although this was scary, I mean, it's fucking cold, let's be honest, it's freezing. So I kind of kept it on here and there, but just really watched it, paid attention, listened to it. And yeah, in this particular game, like, I guess it like kicked on, and when it kicked on, because it's a piece of shit, it caused a power surge on like that line of electricity. And when it did that, yeah, it like blew. It didn't. I guess it kind of like blew a fuse or something. It was just no, not really. It was more or less like a power surge, and my computer got cut off. Right, turned off. Lost my recording. I was so pissed. I thought I was like, oh god, this gameplay was epic. Why did this just happen? So I had to turn on my computer again, hurry up, pull up my capture program to capture this game, and yeah, that's where I put it back at. So yeah, guys, that is what happened. It was a goddamn shame. The people in this game, they could even tell you I was so pissed. I was just like, you know what? Let's just fucking die. Because I have like the worst luck. I mean, that's why I don't ever really do live comps for real with people. Like, you know, you might wonder, like, why don't I do more live comms with my friends and stuff? Well, the reason why is because my computer is a piece of shit, or something always happens, and I lose the commentary, or I lose the video. Something always happens. I have really bad luck, and in this gameplay, I was so lucky in a way that I was able to, you know, not lose my recording, because, I mean, the whole power got cut off to it, so I don't know. But anyway, you know, it's still great. Like I said, guys, I really actually hope you have enjoyed this. This video is kind of wrapping up. This is the Extraction Wave, as you can tell, you know, pretty beast game. Scorpion Pistol's pretty good for this guy. Applies the ammo. You got it. You know, you understand. I don't need to explain it again. But, you know, anyway, guys, I really, like I said, I'm really happy I was able to finally do this. It's been so long of me just saying, well, maybe I'll do a Human Sentinel gameplay, and I finally did it. So I would really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. You know, also you can comment about that Volus if you want. I know you're going to anyway. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Have a nice day.